In this particular session, we are going to learn about input and output tax credit and GST registration process. What is input and output tax credit? Input tax credit means at the time of paying the tax on output, you can reduce the tax that you already paid on the inputs and pay the balance amount. When you are buying a product or a service from a registered dealer, you pay taxes on purchase. On selling, you collect the tax. You adjust the taxes paid at the time of purchase with the amount of output tax or tax on sale, and the balance tax is paid. Tax on sale minus tax on purchases has to be paid to the government. This mechanism is called utilization of input tax credit. Let's take an example. In order to produce a product X, I need material A, B, and C. When I am buying material A, I paid a tax of 100. And when I buy material B, I paid a tax of 120. And when I buy material C, I paid a tax of 80. That means I used A, B, and C materials in order to produce my product X. Now my output is product X. And I am collecting from my buyer the total tax of 450 rupees. In this case, I have already paid for A, B, and C, that is 100, 120, and 80, altogether 300, already paid to the government through my supplier of A, B, and C, and I am collecting from my buyer 450. In such cases, I get a tax credit of 30 and I pay the difference of 150 to the government. So total GST paid on product X is 450, whereas already paid by me by way of purchase time taxes, GST 300. So I pay only 150. The same follows for any other purchase, from the retailer, wholesaler to the retailer, retailer to the consumer. The difference in the amount that is being charged need to be paid. This is called input and output tax credit. Now, who can do it? Input tax credit can be claimed under following condition. The dealer should be the possession of invoice. That means if I am outsourced to somebody else and I am producing it, in such cases, I will not be able to get the invoice and I will not be able to claim input tax credit. The said goods service have been received, returns have been filed, the tax charges have been paid by the government, paid to the government by the original supplier. When goods are received in installment, input tax credit can be claimed only when the last installment is paid. There are certain cases, if there is exemption is allowed, such kind of people cannot be claiming input taxes, and depreciation are taken on capital goods. In such cases also, input tax credit will not be allowed. Now let's look at this. What is the procedure, online procedure or procedure for getting GST number or GST requirement? Log on to the GST portal, that is gst.gov.in. There is an option for registration. Click on the registration option, generate temporary reference number. Using the temporary number, log in and submit the following, such as business information, promoters information, authorized signatory, places of business, additional places of business, details of the services, and bank account, and verification of application. Once that is done, application reference number is created. Within few days, you will be getting a GST number. This is the online process. So I request you to visit the online portal, that is gst.gov.in. You have to go through the process and go through all the tabs available so that you are familiar with the GST portal. Another important aspect of it, which is not part of the syllabus, that is GST Council. Sometimes it is asked, though it is not mentioned specifically at the time of registration and background, the GST Council also comes in picture. We have already seen the chairperson is the Union Finance Minister of the country is the chairperson of the GST Council, which consists of 33 members. Remember, 33 members, out of which 2 are from the central government, federal government, and out of 31, 28 are from states, finance ministers, and 3 are from the union. And the GST Goods and Service Council is a constitutional body established under Article 279A1. So we have seen what is input and output tax credit, registration process, and GST Council.